I may not know, it's my 40th birthday today. So every year I'm reminded of the fact that Mum and Dad didn't have a very romantic 10th wedding anniversary. I'm hopeful that beyond that, yes, and by default Dad. So, you know, I think I just wanted to jump in here, and Mike introduced it very nicely earlier, and I don't have $50, but if anyone can remember the rules of weddings, every wedding, for those people who were or were not present at the kids' weddings, there's always a theory on weddings. And I don't know if you remember the first one. Everyone?
Fuzzies.
Warm fuzzies, thank you. I expect one. So there's multiple stages to this, Dad, and I expect you to keep up with every phase.
I need my glasses.
So let's first start with the obvious. Okay, so this is a mathematical sort of string theory diagram on how we go through this process. So the first thing most of us know is that, and I apologise for standing in front, and, is that there's one thing that remains constant pretty well throughout, and I'll leave dotted lines to the animation column because no one really knows what happens in that field.
Yes, we're completely busy and absolutely flat out on our back, absolutely exhausted, going, why did I do this? So, on that note, we had a conversation on a different tack. About 6 weeks ago, I think we had absolutely nothing planned for my parents' wedding anniversary. Because 6 weeks ago, Mike said, should you not be doing something for your parents' wedding anniversary? And we said, well, we probably should, but we haven't worked out yet what it's going to be. And so, true to form, having spoken to Mum and Dad, they said they wanted a small party, nothing fancy. Informal, no speeches. And if we're going to have any of that sort of stuff, I'm walking straight out. That's what I said. So, there was some sort of idea that they liked the idea of something to wrap themselves or cloak themselves in as they get older. And so on that note, I'll let Derek explain what this is.
Right, well, like many things in life, you are weaving a story. And so what we thought was that we would join forces and weave a story out of all your gifts to make a present for Mum and Dad. And of course, it would only be of 2 colours, black and blue. And so we've gathered a whole lot of fabric from everybody else's story to make one story for you. And that sort of reflects the fact. There we are.
A grateful guest to start this poem before they do the rest. We retrace your steps. 14th of April, 87, your 25th anniversary. Same date, same place, just happened. A déjeuner dînatoire. It must have been a winner. Such a long and copious lunch that it becomes dinner.
A special presentation because obviously all the others thought that I'd be closer to kicking the bucket than they would.
You're doing it well. Keep going.
It's put off forever, Deva.
So this is a very lovely token gesture of the things that you could possibly still do before you kick the bucket. So it's like a game show. It's lots of fun, believe it or not. And there's 50 different little boxes in here. You get to choose 5, 1 for each decade. You get to open them, and then you get to choose. Which one is your favourite? So you didn't think you'd get out of this that easy.
Kangaroo Island.
Huh?
Stay at Kangaroo Island.
Oh, yes. Lord Howie Island.
John Howard. John Howard's Island. I think that's in our room, isn't it?
Is that I'm always getting so highly emotional that it becomes embarrassing. So the shorter it is, the quicker she can go out and not view this sort of disaster. Anyway, normally on a day like this, everybody asks, well, what is the secret and all that sort of rubbish. There's no secret. It is just a step at a time. And my brother said, when I asked him, and he was just married, I said, well, how is that to be married? He said, you can't talk about it. I said, they write books about it, but you have to experience it. So, well, that was a good advice. So we experienced that. And then I also asked him once, how does that go to stay married? He said, very, very simple. You only go for 3 years. So that if you can do it the next 3 years, eventually you get to 50. So anyway, all joking there, we have had a fantastic life. It's been shown here by everybody sort of participating and helping us in our sort of endeavors here. So we are very happy that you have all been able to come. Some from far away, like Michael already mentioned. And there is here one person that knows me longer than Liekje knows me. And except my sister naturally. But that comes with the genes. So, that is Rob Denis. He is a study friend from Delft, and so therefore we know each other before I got to know Liekje. Well, you've seen video, it was a happy time, and it still is a happy time, so we are glad to be here. Thank you for coming all, and thank you for participating in the day. We will let you know through the proper card that Liekje likes to make, what the result is of your contribution to the Médecins Sans Frontières, and what we will have added to it. So thanks again, but before we go, I have a little something to say to Mike, because he was the nominated volunteer to become the Master of Ceremony. I think that's always a bit of, can you do it, can you not do it? Well, he is a natural, I can tell you. And also, when you have a Master of Ceremony and have done all the work, it's very appropriate to give him a bit of an applause and a thank you. I thought long and hard of that, and then eventually, Mike, I came back to your third laugh. Yeah? The first laugh is very naturally. Then a long time nothing, and then you get the second laugh at the dogs. Then another long time nothing, and there they are, the fish. Mike is very keen on fishing. But when I asked him, how did it go, then sometimes he is, happy, sometimes not happy. A fisherman, you never ask, did you have any luck? Because they think it's a skill.
It's always skill.
That sort of thing. So, Mike, we organized for you your lucky fish. Now, this lucky fish is almost like, was it? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Double fish.
You put it in your pocket, and it may become your lucky fish. You get eventually the 15-pound trout.
Oh, that's a big claim.